Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to go through my new 70 Note Syndicate membership portal. So, as part of the membership group for the professional executive members, you will have access behind the scenes to my entire document library that will be continually expanding and growing. So, the members.70investments.com is a website where you'll have a username and login. And just full disclosure, I have admin privileges, so certain things that you see may not be accessible to you based on your access level. So when you log in, you'll have an intro video, and then it's going to break it down into document library, online videos, coaching accountability, if we do one-on-one coaching later on, and the note calculators. So first we're going to go into the document library, which is broken down into marketing, operations, finance, case studies, promissory notes, and security instrument templates. Under the marketing is for people who are looking to originate or reach out to borrowers on seller financing. So we've got some marketing letters that are included. One of the other key things we put in here is the latest FDIC report from the bank data. So every quarter we download this information. I know it's very challenging to get banks to sell assets, but it's also good to see what's going on with the banks to see, are they holding reserves? Are they looking to sell more assets? Because if they're selling off assets, eventually it may flow down to the hedge funds, down to us. We also have some seller financing tools like the 1003 application, some instructions if you're doing seller financing on how borrowers can fill out that form, as well as an authorization form to pull credit from borrowers. Under the operations, this is where we have the most amount of data, and this is where I've spent the last 5 years really creating and forming these templates to allow me to run my business, which I believe is being very successful. So under business planning, we got a resource compilation, which will be continually updated, which has note sellers, books you can read, and just other areas to get great information on note investing outside of this membership group. We also have a one-page strategic plan in there, which comes from Gino Wickman's book Traction, that give instruction on how to fill it out and really focus on working backwards into creating your business plan for the following year. Next, we have legal contracts. We have a rehab scope of work template for those looking to do rehabs if they take a property back. And then where there's a blank space below that is the executive membership level documents. I give you my joint venture agreement, termination agreement. All of these documents are in there. And again, if there's something you want to see in here, let me know. We'll try and get an attorney or somebody else to provide the documents for the entire group. Acquisitions due diligence resources. We have collateral file document checklists, a utility lien request, which in Lake County and in St. Louis, in those areas where liens attached to the property, it's you can email this in or fax it in to request the amount that is owed. I also provide individuals with my bid due diligence template. I call it my go no-go template, where I put all the information from all my due diligence into one document instead of keeping in many different files. We also provide borrower documents and agreements, forced place insurance letters, door knock letters, hello goodbye letters, so you can see what those look like, as well as forbearance plan, loan mods, borrower option letters. I'll make a comment on the forbearance and loan modification agreements. Even though these are being provided to you, we strongly recommend that you have an attorney review those in the state you're doing the loan mod or forbearance agreement to make sure it complies with state laws. So while you're being provided, we still recommend you have an attorney review that document, which would be more cost effective than having the attorney actually draft a whole new document for you. On the finance tab, we've got the calculators, the performing note and partials calculator. And then we have the non-performing note calculator as well, which this is the calculator I use for all my note investing. And I believe this is the only membership portal or group that actually an investor has given away their calculator to group members. The calculator is typically taboo. I know I spent hundreds of hours, at least 100, probably close to 100, perfecting it. And it can always be updated, and it constantly is. And as we do provide updates to the calculator, it'll also be provided to members as well. Under business planning, I have a general administrative budget sheet. What this consists of is ancillary costs like lost opportunity, where you order BPO and O&E reports that you don't buy the asset. It's good to track those to know what is your hit rate, meaning how many assets are you buying compared to not buying. So at the end of the year, you understand how much of those costs are incurring, because if you're making 10 or 12% on a note, but you're spending significant costs on lost opportunity, you need to really focus on how to control that. The other is the future cash flow forecast, which this is for performing and partials. Again, it's a forecast, but if you have partials, the calculator can separate the payments going to your partner compared to you. So on an average monthly basis over the next 20 years or 30 years, it will provide you with how much cash flow you've got coming in the door. So I find this very important and imperative for me as I do partials to understand when I'm getting this cash flow coming in the door. And then some miscellaneous documents, ability to repay, income sheets, amortization tables. I use this for Exhibit B for partials, but it's just nice to have an amortization calculator that you can either base it off of how many months you want the loan to go to or what the monthly payment is to provide you with how many months that would be. And some seller financing loan analysis as well. This provides you information on if you're going to sell or finance a property. Is it better to go 10 years at 8% or 5 years at 6%, for example? What provides the best cash flow or velocity of money to you? So it's a nice analysis to provide to investors as well. Okay, marketing. Finance. Case studies. Under case studies, those will be coming soon. We have no case studies in there now, but we'll constantly update with case studies. Also, these are not just going to be my case studies. Investors who are part of the membership group will also provide case studies because they're going to go through unique experiences that can educate all of us. Lastly, promissory notes and security instruments. If any of you do seller financing or conversion of CFDs to notes, we went and we took the Fannie Mae documents online for promissory notes and security instruments, and we put them into PDF form fills. So you now know when you go to fill out the documents, it's form filled to where the important information is you have to fill in, because 95% of these are standard templates. So if you did need to do something that is not standard, you could go to Fannie Mae's site to download the Word documents, but we tried to make it as easy as possible on people to provide the documents in a PDF form fill format. Online videos are going to be the videos where we do our workshops and our webinars. So there's no videos in there right now, but these will be the videos where you can log in and see. One comment I'll make is these videos will be housed in the library here. We're not going to be publishing them on YouTube for the entire audience to see, because you are paying for a membership. So we are providing you information that we do not want to provide to others for free. And again, we have another link for the note calculators as well. That is also another place just easy for members to find those documentations. So this is a behind the scenes look at the 70 membership hub. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at chris@70investments.com.